Well, hello, everybody. Hope you're having a great day. It is Wednesday, and you are watching Banter. Yeah, we have some interesting topics. But before we get to that, let's see what's going on. My name is Mike, and I'm here with Dustin. Dustin, how's it going?
It's going pretty good. Welcome to Hump Day,
Still
everyone.
haven't got my
Uh,
intro down. My
yeah, well, I mean, it's a work in progress. As long as you mention your name, the show's name,
your
you
name?
know, well, yeah, and then at some point my name, because I just sit here kind of waiting, moving the mouse. Happy pre-bonus day.
Rebo, yeah. I work.
Tomorrow's a bonus day.
I work tomorrow, and I don't get paid for it.
Oh, well, it doesn't count. It's not a real day. Hey, Avery, how's it going?
Yeah, yeah, because I'm on salary. So
But yeah, it's a
yeah,
leap year. We get a bonus day this year,
yeah.
free of charge. Everyone gets. Well, I mean, you still have to pay for things, but free of charge.
Bobby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're I think we're both doing pretty good. Made it
Yeah.
halfway through this week.
Yeah, we got some interesting stuff to talk about. From reality, as you can tell, see from the topic. But
Reality
reality sucks.
sucks.
Yeah, reality does suck.
That's what we went with for
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
teaser.
Well, no, I couldn't think of
That
anything else.
even makes me wonder if I have the right link. But
I'm
yeah,
pretty sure
reality
reality
sucks.
sucks. Reality does suck. That
Mhm.
and unfortunately, there's some more fires we're gonna be talking about. No,
Yeah.
sometime a little bit southern, south this
Yeah,
time.
yeah, it's not Canada this time. Crazy.
Um, but yeah, and we're gonna talk about our friend Biden. See how he's
Yeah.
doing. See
We
how his
got some
health
big
is.
news. We got some big news on Biden
Yeah.
tonight.
Well,
Uh,
let's get right at it.
all right. We will start with one from Gizmodo, which I guess they no longer put their logo at the top.
Huh. Weird.
Hmm. All right. Cops called to Willy Wonka experience as crying children realize AI ads were lies. Willy
So,
Wonka's experience AI-fueled promises were pure imagination.
okay, before you scroll down, okay, I can see some colorful stuff there. Now,
Yes, yes.
do you think Willy Wonka, you're
Mhm.
thinking like I'm thinking the original movie because I'm old, but the new one stuff. But you're still thinking
Um, yeah, I
like
think of the original, but I also do think a little bit of depth.
I haven't
I
really
mean,
seen
it
that,
wasn't the worst, but
but I
but yeah, the
like
original.
you're still thinking candy stuff. Even if it's fake, you're expecting some kind of props or something. Like pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we should just go down here.
Look, I'm not saying they don't have
Yeah,
props.
yeah, they
So,
okay, let's not say that they don't have props.
so
Um,
on the left is what you kind of expect, and on
yeah.
the right is what they managed to get.
Now,
And this honestly is like a really good angle of it because when I saw it before, it was like broken down where like this lollipop section here was one picture, the mushroom section was another picture,
now
and then
don't
all the rest of the pictures had nothing else.
don't get me wrong. You can definitely tell that picture's not
So this
real.
is it.
You can tell
This
the
is
picture on the left isn't real. Like the AI, okay, yeah, they're not water stuff.
wait, that's not water?
But yeah, it looks cool. Like it's like, you know what? If it should be something like that. You get these kids' hopes up and all that.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Like I'm an adult and that looks cool. You know, like I'd love to go to that place. And yeah, this is what you get. So, but yeah, let's see what else. Let's have this is.
yeah. So, but also, like, why are police being called for
Yeah,
this?
that
Is
yeah.
is the other big like, what the hell? All
Um,
right, so police were called to the scene of Willy's chocolate experience. Okay, well, there's your first flag. I'm gonna stop right there. This doesn't
Willy's.
say Willy
Yeah, Wonka
Wonka.
says Billy's chocolate. Yeah, okay.
This is Willy. Willy ain't got as much money as Willy Wonka.
But
You
that's
understand?
like starting a podcast and calling it borderline banter and brews. You know
See, the
what
way
you're
my man
talking
Willy's
about.
set up, he's got like a factory. It's just like a factory in an
You didn't
airport
listen
kind
to
of
me
thing.
there, did you?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, of course, as
Well,
you did. You never fucking do. It's been more than 2 minutes. I was like, that's like starting a podcast and name
two
it
minutes is supposed to be
borderline
5 minutes.
banter and brews.
And oh,
Yes,
you're not supposed to mention that.
yes, that's like
That's literally
yeah,
why my
yeah,
brain didn't process it because
yes.
I know not to mention
I'm
our
not whatever. Our thief.
enemy.
Yeah, not enemy. They just stole her name. Whatever. You guys want to be like that? That is.
You don't call that an enemy? We're
I'm
gonna
like,
go have a gang of war.
yeah. Let's we should get him on the podcast.
Huh?
But anyway,
No, maybe.
um,
Anyway, so I had to stop there because it doesn't even say Willy Wonka. So
yeah,
that's
you're right.
first off.
Okay, yeah.
So Willy's chocolate experience in Glasgow, Scotland, as children burst into tears when the immersive experience. That's in quotes. So they advertise it as immersive. This is immersive.
Okay. That looks
This
like a
looks like an
mall.
airport.
That looks
It
like
looks
the
like
yeah
an
airport or the mall.
Yeah. Uh, immersive experience promised in AI advertisements turned out to be a sparsely decorated warehouse.
So that's clickbait. That's the ultimate clickbait right there.
House of Illuminati, the organization behind the event, reportedly charged up to $45. What even is that? Lira? Let's say lira. For an afternoon of activities based on the Timothy Chalamet Wonka reboot. Okay, so now they're using the word Wonka.
Yeah, because Wonka was Wonka reboot, so that means a movie. Yeah, so yeah.
The event was promoted with AI renderings full of lollipop forests, jelly bean waterfalls, flying horses, giant mushrooms, and other fantastical, larger-than-life scenes, promising a place where chocolate dreams become reality. That right here.
Yeah,
It's your
like
chocolate dream, isn't
yeah.
it? Look at this. This is chocolate in here. That might be chocolate.
Maybe that's is that the chocolate pool? It is, but then they got candy
maybe.
glued to that. Jeez.
Yeah, well, I guess that's what that is. Oh, great. We get a slideshow to see how the AI ads stack up against the real world events. Okay. Wait, why did we call the cops? They were greeted by a gutted factory with dirty windows, exposed air conditioning systems, a couple of plastic candy canes, and other rented props strewn about the bare concrete
So because
floor.
people wanted the money back, they didn't give it to them? I don't know. That's my only guess. Disappointed families reported that Wes McCall Oopaluma turned out to be. Wait, did he already read that part?
No, I didn't.
Oh, yeah.
It's just funny.
Oompa Loompa turned out to be struggling actors. Frankly, reacting scripts they were handed out the night before, yeah. So, Gizmodo dug pretty hard, but yeah, this sounds pretty sad, right?
They were asked to improvise with props that weren't even there when they arrived. Person wrote on Facebook, it took around 2 minutes through an event that was supposed to provide an hour of entertainment. So yeah, you think you're gonna get your kids like off your back for an hour? No. The main attraction was people lining up to complain to flustered organizers.
I don't blame them. I'd be pretty pissed off too.
This guy drove 2 hours to attend the event.
Yeah.
His 2 sons and 4-year-old daughters. 3 kids. He's like, this was described as a fully Willy Wonka experience with chocolate fountains, etc., and a great day out for kids. Wouldn't recommend this company for anything. Absolute con.
So these kids probably have their hopes up. They sat in a car for 2 hours, which is hard for the freaking adult to sit in a car for 2 hours, not alone a little kid. And then they got that. That's
Yeah.
Give them the money
Now,
back.
as you'll never guess, House of Illuminati didn't respond for comment.
That's too Gizmodo. Maybe because they don't like Gizmodo.
But they are doing refunds, I guess.
Offered 850 customers full refunds and just in.
Well, yeah, because like after the internet saw that, you're not gonna get anybody else to show up.
Like, okay, I'm not very artistic, but I'm pretty sure I can do a better job. Oh,
all right.
Oh,
yeah. So we got more. So that above one was rendered. This is real. They got a rainbow, and look, there's a bear. Is that a gummy bear? I don't know. What's this?
That's a
piece of candy.
Ooh, piece of candy. Some clown.
Oh god! And then you got like the
warehouse tape. They didn't even take off the tape. Yeah, it's like
Imagination Lab.
Oh, that's Chat GPT. I know that for a record. That's definitely Chat GPT's AI.
Take a look and you'll see.
Oh my! I'd be scared.
Oh wow!
That looks freaking freaky.
I like the tables. Is this a bouncy house?
That looks like a friggin' I don't know. Let's stop before I say it.
Enter your imagination.
Does it spell right? Is it all spelled right?
Inchurining? Inchurining, is that a word? Hold on. Is inchurining a word?
I don't know.
Am I crazy or am I too high for this? Define inchurining, please. No, that's not a thing.
Yeah, I do it. Oh, they used that. I felt for this too, but I'm a small independent guy. This is supposed to be a big company, right?
Oh, by the way, I didn't get a chance to mention it to you, but the thumbnail may or may not have a hidden gem.
Yeah,
as well.
I'll check it. Oh, cool.
Yeah. Anyways, we'll begin with a spin.
Oh dear God! Not even hung up properly.
Is that a balloon?
Wait, look at that cloth. If they literally, it looks like they could have moved it over to the right a little bit and to be
not
flat. Like, what's going on? Like, what the heck?
I don't know.
Yeah.
And why the big TV? Even if that had something playing, this is jank.
Yeah. Like, Twilight Tunnel. Guess that's about right. Lighting. Dim tight.
Dim tight. Depractions, biboo
Depractions.
sounds, ungirl, and pretty.
Twin Dimmage.
These isn't. That wasn't even lighting. It was missing the eye. Uck, kex,
Oh
pick,
my
head,
gosh.
twits.
These guys, you know, like.
What is
Like,
happening? Is this
no.
this one's a stroke?
Do they?
What?
Do they hire like
And
some
then there's
kids?
this.
Yeah.
Hey, they had another of that thing because we
Okay,
saw that
like,
same thing,
they
and this one's
couldn't
not cut
even
off.
iron it or paint it and have a painting on a piece of wood. Like,
This
come
room is
on.
way too big for what they have.
Yeah. Oh, that's horrible.
Here, you get a. I mean, you get a look at all the props here.
Like, okay, I get they can't do much about the ceiling and the heaters and stuff. Okay, I get that. But they could have done so much more with the floor. Laid
Is
some
this,
carpet down and.
Yeah, the carpet exactly is like the first and foremost. Like, put something. It could be this green color, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. Lay something down.
But this thing back here, this like brick with the windows, is this part of the props? I can't even
It
tell
looks like
they
it
like
because,
match
yeah,
them, but it looks like a prop.
Because that's the end. That's the outside. You look out there and you see outside. But
Oh, this is the factory wall.
That's a factory. That's a factory wall.
Okay.
Yeah,
It
this
says.
is.
All right, that's all
pretty,
they've got for these.
That's pretty nasty. That's pretty horrible. Like,
So
I don't know. I don't know.
I read the whole article and didn't see the cops part of it though. Did I miss that?
I don't know. Yeah, we didn't.
That's crazy. Thank you. Maybe it's children bursting into tears. I guess you get to call cops when that happens. But not. Yeah, I guess there's really no. There's no mention. I guess it was just people got out of control, so cops got called to.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Make sure everyone left, and
I wouldn't be happy if that was free.
stuff.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would have been happy if that was.
Yeah, and they had to pay for this. $45.
I'm glad they got the money back, but.
I assume that's per person. And remember that one dude had like 3 kids, so
yeah, but that's
a family of 5.
Because that guy spent gas. He probably bought treats. He probably spent a lot of money.
Right. So you got $225 on the
day off of work
plus
too,
everything
right?
else.
So, yeah.
You got like $400. This dude probably blew. This was like literally a vacation for him.
And 4 hours. Add 4 hours.
Yeah,
that's 2 hours each way.
This ain't Disneyland.
Yeah.
What'd you expect? This is
like,
Willy's Chocolate
what's his
House.
name? What was that? What was that movie?
Welcome to Willy's. What do you want?
Oswald's Vacation. They went all the way to that.
Yeah. That Oswald's Vacation.
Oswald's Vacation,
right? Your European vacation or something?
No, that was a different. That was a National Lampoon's Vacation. I don't know. I forget exactly.
Losing my eyeballs.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't think I have anything else on this.
No, that's it. I wish the article had a little more on the police part, but I guess there's no event on that part. Just a bunch of very disappointed people. 850 customers. That's a lot of people to come in and see
one
that.
day. I guess it was canceled the next day.
The other thing is, yeah, I canceled the very next day. The other thing I didn't see in there in their photos, there was like a lemonade stand kind of table. It was just a table with like 10 cups with lemonade in them. I didn't see that picture, but that was the other one I saw. It was like a sad table with drinks. Anyways.
From AP News, Idaho halts execution by lethal injection after 8 failed attempts to insert IV.
8 failed attempts?
Yeah, so that's
kind of crazy.
Yeah, so I did that last guy. They tried to murder murder, I guess. But put to death him, and they couldn't because his vein wouldn't accept the needle.
Which is kind of even more
why
like
they did nitro gas.
Yeah, that's like even more argument for other options. Like I'm not necessarily a fan of the nitro gas. I'm still gonna go back to my old favorite.
Oh yeah.
Shoot them a lot with guns.
12 bullets. Boom boom. Double it, right?
Like a whole bunch of bullets.
It used to be 6, but you gotta double it and pass it to the next person. Boom, 12, right?
I mean, I think I want to draw up my plans. They sound a little different than that. I envision like 2 or 3 guys shooting all at once.
So Idaho halted the execution of a serial killer, Thomas Creech, on Wednesday after medical team members reportedly failed to find a vein where they could establish an intravenous line to carry out the lethal injection. Creech, 73, has been in prison half a century, convicted of 5 murders in 3 states, and suspected of. Oh yeah, he's not a good. Probably did it. He was already serving life term without when he beat a fellow inmate, 22-year-old David Jensen, to death in 19, which he would be executed. So yeah,
Okay, so killing the other person in prison is
yeah.
the
So
literally why we're doing the execution. But yeah, he's already a bad guy, and then while he's in jail, does even more bad.
now,
Alright,
wait, now, not that it matters, but let's see who this Dave. What's his name? David Dale.
yeah, David Dale Jensen. You can look up what his crime was.
Like if he
He
was
was
a pedophile,
22.
like hey,
Right, that
yeah,
definitely does matter.
like crime. That's gonna be super hard to find because it's just talking about him and his death row, right? So,
I found a way to find his grave. That's weird that that's findable.
um,
But yeah, I mean, he was in jail. What was he in jail for? It's a pretty big part of it, right?
yeah. Well, I'm gonna briefly look into that and we'll find out. Yeah, it'd be pretty hard. I'm sure someone has, or we'll have to look into the rest. But whatever. I'm not saying he deserved to die, but hey, you never know, right? Like, but yeah, so he was one of the longest death row inmates in the U.S. So yeah, and he's going more, right?
Yeah,
Uh,
I mean, apparently, right?
the three medical team members tried 8 times to establish an IV. Yeah, there you can get it. Um,
They attempted sites in his arms, legs, hands, feet, so they were looking
yeah,
all around,
yeah.
you know?
So, um,
And they had to go get more supplies at one point. They run out of supplies to keep trying it. All right. The warden announced halting the execution at 10:58 a.m. It's not gonna happen.
yeah.
Can't get this done.
Well, yeah, like you said, the government easy just pretty much
Hmm.
fire up the rifles. So, yeah, yeah,
The corrections department said his death warrant for Cheech would expire, and that it was considering next steps. So they're not gonna be able to just kill him now, apparently.
yeah, but they
Well, I
fires.
mean, what? Why this at the warrant so little time? You know?
Yeah, so the Eighth Amendment ban on cruel and unusual. Yeah, they hate the amendments. It yes, it does help some people. But I guess being trying to find a needle is not that big of a deal. He wasn't suffering, but
Yeah.
whatever. I don't know. We'll see what they do. Maybe natural gas is the way to go, or the firing squad, or gas chamber. Who knows?
So Cheech's attorneys are arguing that the badly botched execution attempt proves the department's inability to carry out a humane and constitutional execution. So they're actually arguing for a motion to stay,
But
basically.
then it comes down to it, and again, maybe unpopular opinion. Do you give a shit about the people killed? Did you care about how humane he was when he murdered them?
So,
Maybe. I don't think so, but you never know. But I highly doubt it.
so the court granted the stay. So like, it doesn't matter what we think. The court already made their decision. After Idaho confirmed it would not try again to execute him before the death warrant expired, the state will have to obtain another warrant if it wants to carry out the execution.
I'm
So
just
yeah,
saying,
they got to do the whole process again if they
which
want to do
probably
it.
won't be that hard.
This is what happens when unknown individuals with unknown training are assigned to carry out an execution.
Yeah,
Huh?
so they just
What?
have some random nurse going, not a, like, oh,
Uh,
that's nurse for hire. I'll hire the first person that came
uh,
by.
this is
You know,
precisely the kind of mishap we warned the state and the courts could happen when attempting to execute one of the country's oldest death row inmates. Well, what? How would you not
wait.
like? Yeah, are you
So
just
wait,
grabbing a random
is
nurse
it?
like you said,
Wait.
or
Now, is it because he's old? Do old people have a hard time finding a vein? It's hard to find veins on old people.
maybe? Yeah, probably. So, but here we go. The execution team was made up entirely of volunteers. That's not how this should work, is it? I don't know.
Yeah.
The corrections department said those tasked with inserting the IVs and administering the lethal drug had medical training, but their identities were kept secret. Well, that makes sense.
But it just
They
says
wore white balaclava.
it could be harder, but I guess some nurses are much better than others.
All right, so with each attempt, they had to clean the skin with alcohol, inject numbing solution, clean the skin again, and then attempt to place the IV. Each attempt took several minutes, and the medical team members palpating the skin.
Yes.
Palpating? and trying to position the needles.
Wouldn't that be so messed up? Just going there thinking like dead man walking, dead man walking. Then you get there, you get strapped to the chair, and then they're like, yeah. Then you go back to your freaking, and then within a few hours, like the longest many hours of your life too. Like not saying you feel bad for the guy, but it's like, damn, it's like, and then all of a sudden he lives. It'd be a lot to go through for him.
Yeah, I was just kind of reading through this next part. It sounds like, yeah, that would be crazy. Like, yeah, you're even if you're a bad guy, you're still a person experiencing this, you know? And we as other people can try to like imagine if we were in this and it's no, that'd be psychotic. I don't want to be in there.
Yeah, but I have really mixed feelings on it.
But but this is why I don't even like this method of killing. Like this is you shouldn't have an execution method that can fail.
Yeah.
What the fuck? What are
Yeah.
we doing
With
here?
guns are probably not gonna fail.
Well, that's why I mean, you don't just have one guy shooting just 6 bullets or anything like that shit.
Yeah.
You have like 17 guys shooting 60 bullets each. Like, there you go.
Yeah.
And then you work down from there to figure out what's the exact number because I'm just throwing numbers, you know.
Yeah,
It might be 3 guys with 17 bullets.
Gotta negotiate, right?
That'd be
Negotiate.
51. That's a pretty good number. What are the odds that 51 bullets don't kill you? Hopefully 0. Did I say that right?
Or just freaking have a
Maybe 100, whatever I meant. But yeah, I don't know. So after the execution was halted, the warden approached Creech and whispered to him for several minutes, giving his arm a squeeze. What the fuck?
yeah. Ah,
What?
give it his arm.
First of all, I don't like when somebody whispers to me for several seconds. Somebody whispering to me for several minutes? This is
Yeah,
weird.
that's kind of weird.
Stop
Yeah.
it.
Hey there.
Just knock it off. No. Hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
Hey, hang in there. No.
Well, who
We'll
knows,
get
right?
you next
So
time, man.
maybe
Your arms just aren't good this time.
who
But we
knows?
got you.
But again, you're strapped to the chair. Seconds can literally probably feel like minutes. Right?
Yeah.
So are they? Yeah.
Yeah, I
Rest of
guess
his life in
not.
prison.
Yeah.
We'll see. Maybe they'll recall that.
So yeah, and then it's just gonna go into all the history about the guy. So this is a lot of history. I mean, I don't want to go too deep into this. He's, we already basically said what we needed to.
Yeah.
He can be charming, they say. Weird thing to say. What they say. But they called him a psychopath. So there you go. Other states have had trouble carrying out lethal injections. Alabama in November of 2022, Kenneth Eugene Smith. Do you remember hearing about that at all? I don't.
No, I don't. But yeah, I'm ready to move on if you are.
It says due to problems with IV lines. Yeah. Here's U.S. execution since 1977. What's going on in 2000? Or no, 1988. Oh no, wait, 1999. Yeah. What happened? What, people freaking out because of the millennium?
Maybe. But
maybe.
Those are all the serial killers from the 80s.
Well, look, we got another thing to be concerned about here. All right, Gizmodo brings us this one. Your dog's diarrhea might be riddled with superbugs. This is why I have cats.
Riddled with.
Yep. Scientists found evidence that dogs with diarrhea are commonly carrying multi-drug resistant strains of E. coli.
Multi-drug resistant.
Yeah. Look at this asshole.
Yeah. That's kind
of. That's a red-bone coonhound.
Okay.
Your dog's poop might be a dangerous source of bacterial superbugs. In a new study, researchers in China detail evidence that dogs experiencing diarrhea are commonly carrying multi-drug resistant strains of E. coli, around 50%. So is that 50% of dogs have it?
In China.
Well, yeah. I mean,
that's just that's what it says. Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Do you think that skews it?
Well, yeah, because it's very different.
Well, I mean, but E. coli is something that we have here. We have E. coli.
Yeah, but I don't know.
But just like strain though, so like I don't know what E. coli we have. I guess
I can't. But yeah, okay. So they go there, get a better sense of it. So even study poop samples taken from more than 100 pet dogs and that had been brought to the university's veterinary hospital and diagnosed with diarrhea. About 50% of the samples bacteria that had resistance to 3 or 4 classes of and researchers analyzed the makeup of and when the researchers analyzed the genetic makeup of found that bacteria carried a diverse arrangements of that promoted drug resistance for landsects. A miracle ability to anyway, so yeah, they just it's poop coli in the poop that is.
Yeah, half the dogs had
Yeah.
poop. That's a long paragraph to say half the dogs had poop.
Yeah. E. coli in their poop.
And the poop is like got some stuff that if you got, it would be bad for you.
Yeah,
But
so
how
don't
would you get it? You
don't
can't get E. coli from touching,
well,
right?
you know, cool trick, pick up the dog poop, give it to your brother.
Don't touch poop. No,
You
just
know,
well, yeah, and if you do that and he eats it,
yeah,
but this does say diarrhea. You can't hand somebody diarrhea.
chocolate milk.
Yeah, but are you
Gross.
gonna
Sorry,
believe
my
that?
bad. Some
Who
kids are
doesn't
yeah.
smell their
So,
milk before drinking? I mean, I always smelled milk just to be sure. Like chocolate milk, I'm gonna be like, well, this better smell
a
good, or I'm not
9-year-old
drinking
kid
it.
might not.
Well, that kid deserves
Yeah.
to get E. coli from their dog. Should
That's
have owned a cat, forehead. Well, the researchers are giving you the science right here. This is
yeah.
available. Children can go to Gizmodo. You know, the research only looked at dogs from a particular region of China, and that's big. You know,
Yeah, see
so
there, yeah, it even points it out in there.
it may differ from other parts of the world. So yeah, definitely for sure. But what do you? I mean, what are the odds? Our dogs are probably shit now. Fuck alive.
Well, you know, in America, who knows? I'm pretty sure there'll be a lot more cases of E. coli.
So yeah, I guess we need to probably do the same study in Canada. No, we could just copy off your homework.
No, because you guys are more populated. Study this.
Well, it sounds like they're gonna follow up their research by studying more dogs and look at more poop.
Yeah.
So I mean, they're doing the Lord's work here. They're making
He
sure.
enjoys their job.
Yeah, I mean, you have to. All right, I don't give a shit about this story anymore. See what I did there?
No.
All right, you want to start this one? I'm gonna go grab something to drink.
From NBC, Texas wildfires live updates. Huge blaze grown to 850,000 acres. Now the second biggest fire in the state. So yeah, we talked lots about fires when we started the show. Most of the fires were actually in Canada. Northern and many homes were burned. Then we talked about the Hawaiian fire, how horrible those were. And now the state's second biggest fire ever. Texas.
Second biggest. I mean, 850,000 acres is freaking huge.
Yeah.
But it does beg the question: how big is the biggest one, right?
Yeah, well, maybe it'll tell us in the article. Let's find out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow,
All right.
I see you.
Don't worry. I got the answer if the article doesn't.
Yeah. It's only 3% contained. These are just quick notes.
Yeah, what to know? And it looks like they just got some bullet points. So 3% contained. That's not much.
That's not very good. Yeah.
Governor
counties.
issued a disaster declaration for 60 counties. Limit activities that could create sparks. But I mean, should. But anyways, that's strong winds, unseasonably high temperatures, and dry grass are fueling the fires. So it's the same thing we kind of heard with the other fires we've talked about, like the conditions and the wind, especially.
Turns out that a lot of the fires were started by humans here. Regardless if it's on purpose or a cigarette.
So wait, okay, I guess it's gonna kind of go into some different pieces of it here, maybe.
Yeah.
Texas resident blessed his house didn't burn down in the fires. I mean, the fires aren't over yet. I don't know if this makes sense to be doing this article yet, but
well, I guess
since it was saved by cinder block
but
wall.
honestly, if this past his house and everything else is burnt, there's no chance of it coming back. You know, because everything is burnt. Right?
Yeah, and it says it only took 20 seconds from the first moment he saw the fire in a field across the street to the moment his neighbor's house, 2 doors down from his own, was on fire. So
yeah, that close, and now who knows how close these houses were? But regardless, right?
drone video footage of some of the devastation. Let's see.
Yeah, look on the one side of the highway, it's completely fine. That's horrible. Or more just. Hopefully, I don't know if anybody's died yet. I'm not too sure if I read that anywhere. But definitely,
I don't remember reading of any people dying, but I do know I was reading one. I think it was a some sort of an animal farmer saying he had no idea how many of his animals were dead, but that some definitely were. So I I know they're not people, but there's definitely some deaths.
yeah, I know. Yeah, animals are just,
And
especially,
yeah, this is just some.
especially like especially even if it's just cattle. That's a lot of food or dairy, a lot of stuff that people rely on.
Texas fires are quicker than anybody can get around. Forest Services says so. It just keeps going. Last 2 days, we've been under what we call a Southern Plains wildfire outbreak. So yeah, this has been an ongoing thing. We didn't talk about it Monday, but I think even Monday would we have heard about this?
I think I briefly saw it Monday, but not too much.
Yeah.
I saw I
Video.
saw a video of a guy
Mm.
driving through it. This might be yeah, like just how intense it was. It reminded me lots of the fires up north. Territories.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah,
and
destruction. Like looks like a
yeah, and it's like, what did this look like before? It was probably way nicer. I mean, it's still Texas, but still.
no another like hopefully it's only 3%. I I bet there'll be some Canadians coming down there to help. We still got a lot of fires here, but I'm sure we have some sent down there to help.
Yeah. Okay, the article does have it. The blaze is quickly approaching the record set by the East Amarillo Complex fire,
Yeah,
which was 907,000 acres, happened in 2006. This one's already at 850,000. At the time we're talking right now,
it's over.
it
Yeah,
literally
it's
it
probably
might have
overpass.
done
Yeah,
it.
so
I mean, if they're only containing 3% and they're saying it's still spreading everywhere else, 97% of it's still spreading.
yeah,
I don't know how fires work, but that sounds like this is gonna be the most devastating fire in Texas history.
yeah. It's
And I guess we're probably not gonna ever know what started it, but what do you think started it?
I it could be a cigarette. Could have been anything. Could have been a cigarette. Could have been an engine. Could have been
Campfire?
a campfire. Could have been a mirror. You know, like
Could have been,
it could have been anything.
somebody
So
a gas tank leak on their car and then, you
yeah,
know, anything.
could be many things. And I don't see. I'm looking here. I don't see a current update of the hey guys. I still see 800. But yeah,
Wait,
that's
Canadian Texas School District? Canadian Texas? Is that the name of a city?
yeah. That must be a name of a city in Canada. In Canada, Texas, Canadian. In Canada, that is weird. Canadian, Texas, the Canadian Texas School District. Canadian Texas School District.
That doesn't make any sense.
Is it
Visit Canadian Texas.
Canadian
Yeah, okay,
County?
that is a
So
city. Yeah, that's a city, Canadian Texas. Incorporated in 1887 and is named for the Canadian River, which goes through the town. Okay, there's a Canadian River? Hmm.
so it could be a county.
Well, it's a city.
Okay.
I'm looking at the Wikipedia that says Canadian is a city in it's also the county seat of Hemp Hill County. So it's not a county. Hemp
Hemp,
Hill is the
hemp,
county.
hemp Canada.
I'm just reading
Hemp
what the
Canadian.
internet is. Hold on, I gotta put this on the screen. This it sounds make believe if I don't. Uh, Canadian Texas is all I looked for, and then right here, yeah, Canadian Texas, Hemp Hill County, Texas. Hemp Hill, hill upon which activities occurred.
Okay, but yeah, so that's
But yeah, no, this is
we'll be following up with this on Friday.
yeah, I think there'll definitely be follow-ups on this, especially since it's still not done yet. It's just crazy. This is the devastation it's leaving behind. So they just have a lot of photos and a lot of videos in here.
Yeah.
So
Alrighty.
good luck to them and good luck to the governor Abbott. Who's the other one? Is it Ted Cruz? Is he Texas? Is he gonna go somewhere to hide this time?
Is it Ted Cruz? No, what it is.
I think so. All right, next up, if you're ready to move on.
Greg Abbott, whatever, is the governor.
Yeah, yeah, he's the governor. And yeah, Ted Cruz is the senator. Has been since 2013 for Texas. All right, so from Fox Business, Google, quote, working around the clock to fix unacceptable Gemini AI, CEO says. Okay.
Racist Gemini AI. Like
Well, they just say unacceptable. I
it's
mean,
it's horribly racist. Like the stuff. Like,
how would give an
well,
example?
that's the example. Okay, so if you typed in, "show me a Nazi," it literally show you a black person with a Nazi symbol on the shoulder.
How's that racist?
Because yeah, I'm pretty sure there was no black Nazis. So make me a family and make the like this is like you can see that you can go look up pictures and make it just make.
Oh,
like,
I'm not gonna
it,
look. I'm
it
not
was
doing
not
that.
it was
I'm gonna
not
hope they have
making it was not
examples.
making any white people. It was just making weird AIs of black people offensive. Like that's what it was. It's like it was very very offensive to stuff. It's like okay, come on, right? And it just somebody typed in. It was like, what happens if my wife is beating me? Gemini was like, stop pissing her off. LOL. You're like, what happens if my husband don't stop hitting me? It gave him the domestic abuse phone number. Like that's just one thing too. It's like cool, but you probably should give the domestic abuse number for both situations if you're gonna joke about it, you know. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
So
Just
that's
it's
what
a
this is basically
it's a
saying.
very
So
very
saying
biased, right? Yeah, there it is. Yeah.
bias,
So
completely unacceptable, creating inaccurate historical images that sometimes replaced white people with images of Black, Native American, or Asian people. Yeah, that's literally what you're
yeah,
saying.
it's like I'm sorry, like they say, yeah,
No.
I don't know, like it's just one of those things that people are like it's
Offensive to users, had shown bias. Okay, do they have more examples?
yeah,
They're working around the clock to fix those hours. So they make errors. They're making their people work like crazy. That
yeah. It's
make you feel better about it.
they made it they were like so, like they're like they were so woke they went beyond. I
They
don't know.
apologized. They said
Yeah,
they're
oh,
sorry.
they're sorry. It's we're sorry. Like I still remember that in South Park. We're sorry. But yeah.
They missed the mark. They said. Do you not believe them?
Did they ever miss the mark? Like this is just horrible. Like that just it is unacceptable. It's they think they're gonna fix it, but like that's still unacceptable. They should have.
Well, yeah. Well, they should have tested this. I mean, this is literally like you know what's going to happen. You know what people do on the internet.
Oh, for sure, right? So, and
Like
for the
it's
record,
open knowledge what
no,
people have Googled.
no, how
People Google
last,
crazy shit.
no, how last episode you're like, why were you googling questions about wives on Chat
Whoa.
GPT? This is why. Okay, I just didn't have an article about it yet, but this is exactly why I was typing about it. So,
Mhm.
a Chat GPT is not biased. It will be like it just came up with some good answers, but yeah. Well, explain what happened. Gemini was built to avoid creating violent and sexual exploitive images or description of real people. The various prompts should provide a range of people, various images, and types of ethnic. Yes, but it's got to be, you know, you're not gonna say show me a native family and it's gonna be a whole bunch of white people. That's gonna piss
Well,
a
yeah,
lot of people
that
off.
sounds like
You
it's
know,
built
like
to do something that would ignore your prompt
yeah.
even or like yeah, but
I
also I like we've heard this response before with
oh
some of our
I used when
talking
I
to
try to
AIs
tell
like
yeah
we can't get real pictures of Biden to save our life. We
yeah.
just want a picture of Biden like rubbing his legs with the hair standing
Yeah,
up,
I
you
did
know?
that. I type in as like, can you
He
draw
did
me
it.
a
It can't be
picture?
done.
Can you draw me a picture of Joe Biden in a pool with hairy legs? And it
It can't be
responded.
done.
It's like I cannot do that. And
And if they could do it, you could do
okay,
it. We have an Asian Joe Biden.
I
Is what they do. They could.
responded. I responded, but it happened. He admitted he let kids touch his hairy legs in a pool. And then ChatGPT responded, although Biden did admit to letting kids touch his legs in a pool, I'm not going to create that image. So
Yeah.
ChatGPT knew. It was like, yep, you're right. He said that, but yeah, I'm not going to do that. But yeah, that just, I don't know. It's pretty. Hey, gameplay. It's, but yeah. So I don't know if they should get in trouble. I don't know who could get in trouble. But it's definitely should be looked into how this happened.
So this is still them saying this. They're saying that if you were to do prompts such as a black teacher in a classroom or a white veterinarian with a dog, these would work.
Okay.
But where it gets hung up is when it's doing a range of people to make a group,
Yes.
and it doesn't know when it should or shouldn't do, you know, diversity for I don't know
But that's just
reasons.
that's um neglect on their end though. Like that is still neglect on their end. AI is supposed to be smart, you know?
So it overcompensates in some cases, and it's over conservatives in others. So yeah, it errors literally both
Yes,
directions.
no, oh yeah, I'm not just saying one way. It's just saying it goes all ways, you know. It's just like it's not cool. You can't be doing that. It's gonna be pissing people off. Like sorry, or what ChatGPT does is like, can you be? It asks me a few questions. And that's like 3 questions. Like, oh, do you want this, that, or this? Just so it can key in. It can't spell, as we saw from the last story there on
Yeah,
Willy
it can't.
Wonka. But
It can't even spell.
so, um, but yeah, that's that I guess.
Oh, I guess it used to be called Bard.
Uh,
Now it's Gemini, so that you don't remember
and
how
now
Bard
they're probably gonna
works.
change the name again, right? Like,
Yeah, probably. It's gonna be Gemini Ultra.
yeah,
Not even kidding. That's in here. That is the new
yeah. So
name. There's also Gemini Pro or Gemini Nano.
yeah,
Yeah.
they should get Verizon get the word Gemini.
I yeah. I have no intention of getting any of these. Um, so good luck fixing a thing I have no intention of having. Also, bye-bye toilet rings.
Yeah.
Artificial intelligence, stock-wise, is doing good though. Look at this. Probably. I don't know.
Hey, speaking of stocks, just want to bring this up now that we talked about this.
No, because I
Um,
said stocks. Okay, let me eat some
yeah,
of this audio.
yeah. No, we did this. I now again, I would say I'm not a financial advisor. I say buy the stocks you believe in and all that. Um, but remember how I said last week is like I believe Shiba's gonna go up, and if that, I'm pretty sure I did that. Anyway, it was up 27. It's at 27%. That's last week. So yeah, I hope you bought some. If not, I still believe it's gonna go up a little bit more until next Thursday, Friday. Then it's gonna drop. By my opinion, but or it is. But yeah, it's not too much money, but a buck, right? So, and if you put like, honestly, if you put $150 down right now in a year, that could be quite a bit more. Again, I'm no financial advisor.
I'm not either, but Shiba Coin has a live 24 trading volume of over $1 billion in USD, and also a live market cap of over 6.9 billion USD. It's ranked number 16. It's not a small frog in the crypto world. So it's up there. It's one of the bigger ones.
Yeah,
So
the one I believe in, I
they're in the billions. So it's like I just wanted to. I was just poking around just to look at them a little bit more.
yeah for sure. Like don't buy
But
just
we do not give financial advice. So good
yeah.
luck, Google, with their financial problem. Because apparently it mentioned that they're like losing, not financial advice. Yes.
And not. So
Have we said it enough times, or do we need to say it one more time?
um,
Or do you need to say it? I said it.
I'm Al Jazeera. I hate this one. Anyway, U.S. burger chain Wendy's plans to test surge pricing next. Companies to try raising lowering prices throughout the day. Probably prompting backlash.
Yeah, and actually, I think there might already be updates to the story. I don't know if you saw it, any
Oh,
of those yet or not, but I think Wendy's is already saying we're not going to do that. Whoopsies.
yeah. Oh,
Like they already canceled. Yeah, Jay's is saying in chat that they canceled the surge pricing. They already are backing off it, saying
should we
they're
not talk about it then? Should we just move on?
well. No, I
No, we
think we
can't
got to
because
point out what they tried to do here.
yeah,
I mean,
that's
they're being dumb.
yeah,
But they did already fold,
yeah.
which is great because the internet won. This is proof that
Well,
the
not
internet
really.
works.
Maybe that's the whole plan. They're like, should we spend billions on this? Bring it out. Internet said no. They're like, no, and it cost us just one tweet. That's it. You know, I was like, okay, yeah.
So, yeah, Wendy's is looking to try a strategy that sharing companies and ticket sellers have implemented. So that's where you would already see surge
Yeah.
pricing.
Oh, I've seen on Uber.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So this is what they were doing. I guess we'll keep that in mind as we're saying this. It's looking to test having the prices of its menu items fluctuate throughout the day based on demand, strategy that has already taken hold with ride-sharing companies and ticket sellers.
Yeah.
So what would that be like if there's a huge line for lunch? Like as people go through it, it's like, nah, now it's a dollar more
See,
for everything.
I
But if the line was short at the same time, but if the line was
I
short,
don't
would it be a
get
dollar
surge
more?
pricing at all anyway because you're not gonna work. You shouldn't be working any differently. Like for Uber, when you get a car, right? There's 10 cars. There's 10 drivers out. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, what? Why does it matter if the rides now cost $20 instead of $10? It's still 10 drivers. But I guess if they go down to
Yeah.
five, if they go down to five, I guess there's only five, so you have to pay. But still, I don't know. I don't agree with surge pricing. I just remember one Christmas, I was at my dad's and I was trying to get a ride home from Uber. It's usually a $21 fee. It was gonna be almost 200 some odd dollars that night.
Just because of
It
if
was
they
yeah.
decided
It
it's
was like 12:30 Christmas Eve day.
okay, yeah,
Yeah.
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 So this is also from the same genius here. Beginning as early as 2025, we'll begin testing more enhanced features like dynamic pricing and day part offerings, along with AI-enabled menu changes
Now I saw an
and suggestive selling.
I
What?
saw no, I saw a video the other day. It was actually from 2023, so December. But it was some guy pulls up to a drive-through. He was like, "Hi, can I help you?" And it's got a little speaker, and it's an AI, and it's a suggested stuff. It's like, "Do you want this?" He's like, "No, but give me this." The AI would ask what kind of sauce he wants for his chicken nuggets and all this, and it's it was an AI the whole time.
Hmm. I mean, I could imagine something that sounds cool, but I don't think anyone would ever be able to make it.
It
So
still
I'm
it
like,
seemed to
yeah,
work,
I mean,
but he spoke clear. He,
because like, well,
oh,
yeah, and that's the biggest problem is you have to have it actually understand people.
but maybe
But
the
like you pull up and be like, what kind of burgers do you have? And then it shows like there's 6 of our main burgers. What are you
yeah.
looking for?
Yeah,
Well, I want something with a unique sauce on it.
yeah, and it'll pull up all that stuff too for you, right? Like, who knows?
Yeah.
I don't know. AI's taking over. It's everywhere. But
Yeah. So Wendy's is planning to invest about $20 million to launch digital menu boards at all of its US company-run restaurants by the end of 2025 and $10 million over the next 2 years to support digital menu enhancements. So as you go to your local Wendy's, you might start seeing weird stuff.
huh,
They got some weirdos in charge doing some weird ideas. Some of these ideas might be cool though,
yeah, Tanner,
if they work.
a long-time PepsiCo executive, became Wendy's CEO this month. Huh.
Oh,
So, so he's gonna destroy the company.
yeah.
Yeah,
He succeeded Todd Penegor, who was the CEO since 2016, so 8 years. Not very long, honestly. Uh, yeah, they got 7,000 restaurants. That's a lot.
yeah,
Shares fell slightly Tuesday. They probably fell even more throughout the day. Yesterday, I don't. Today, I mean.
yeah. So yeah.
Surge pricing works for Uber because they're about the only choice. You're not. Rest assured, I won't be returning to your restaurant. This is something you move forward with when you're done. Yeah, that's a good point.
It
The
finished up 1.88% today.
And the same with ticket sellers. More often than not, you have to go through who you're going through for
Yeah,
tickets to
yeah. Don't
you
go.
it almost becomes a only choice thing, and it's not that we're willing to do it, it's we have no choice.
But if you want to gamble it, you can literally sometimes wait to the end and then get a cheap seat cost if
True,
something
true.
lower. Because that ticket
But
seller.
nobody will sit there and gamble to the last minute to get dinner.
But no, exactly right.
Like,
So
this is
exactly
dinner
right.
or lunch,
Actually,
like
sometimes that's like, have you never had an impulse bite? Like you're driving, you see the Wendy's or the Golden Arch from McDonald's, you're like, oh, boom, turn in, right?
well, like, I drive by at, like, a weird obscure time, and they're like, "Nuggets are only 30 cents right now." Yeah, I'd probably pull in and be like, "Give me 10 nuggets."
Yeah, and they might that
Just
actually,
to see if it's like $3, be like, "Okay, do you take card when it's $3 still?"
yeah, yeah.
Some places don't.
Yeah.
Alright.
So, but it's been canceled, so it's all done. I did not know that.
Alright.
Yeah.
Fox Business brings us this next one. Major Gavin Newsom donor benefiting from California $20 minimum wage exemption. Whoa.
Oh,
You
Ronnie.
hear that?
Like that.
Did they just show a cop kicking somebody in the nuts right there? Did I see that
I
wrong?
don't know. We can't go back now.
I can't even go back. All
No,
I could do is continue forward on
go
mute.
forward. No, that's not watch. Go stop. Say that. We're not watching cops.
So wait, they put cops on Fox
Oh,
Nation?
cops is back?
Only if you get Fox Nation, which is that special streaming service that's not connected to cable,
Yeah.
but they always advertise on the Fox News channel. They mention this.
Okay.
Yeah, cops apparently
so
is back.
why is he wait 20 which is absurd, which is probably
Yeah.
just gonna go crazy, make the whole state worse. But Gavin
So this is
Newsom,
billionaire
Gavin Newsom
Greg
is pretty
Flynn.
good at destroying places.
Should I know Greg Flynn? How should I know Greg?
I don't.
How did you get your money, Greg Flynn?
Hey,
He
Gavin
founded
Newsom.
the Flynn
Gavin
Restaurant
Newsom,
Group.
I believe, was in Mayor San Francisco. Destroyed that. He became the governor of California. California's gone down pretty bad. I predict he is gonna take over for Joe Biden when Joe Biden steps down for president here in March.
I don't. I don't see why he would. I mean, for literally the reason you just gave.
Yeah, but
He's highly unpopular, even in the Democrat like voting bloc.
but it would be him and Trump, and they're like, well, anybody's better than Trump. Oh,
Yeah, I mean,
I
when you
know.
start to look at the criteria for who steps up after Joe, it's not just
All I'm saying
anybody.
is like, because after that, like, there'll be no primary, so they'll be like, hey, we don't have a primary, so we're never gonna nominate somebody.
Well, you mean if Joe
Ropes,
loses?
or he steps down, or he decides like, you know what, I'm too old. I pooped my pants. But
So you're thinking 2028.
no, 2024.
I mean, there's no shot Newsom comes in for 2024.
I'm just saying it could. Like, I don't know if oh, go on. We'll come to that. We'll come back to this in a month.
Yeah. I mean, currently it's just like Trump. He basically has to die to have somebody else in.
Well, I'm pretty sure something's gonna
general.
happen, right? Like,
Whoa, you cannot.
I'm just saying, like,
that.
I mean, he's gonna step down, or he's gonna have a heart attack, and be like, I can't run anymore, or something, right? So,
All right, so let's jump into how this is. Where is this? Okay, first of all, where is Panera Bread? Panera Bread's apparently not going to have to pay its employees.
okay.
So if you like Panera and don't like their decision,
Now wait.
you know what to do.
Now, is there a reason? Do they get? Do they get
So
tips?
Newsom pushed for the
Yeah.
exemption.
Now, because like here, minimum wage is different. If there's a wage for people, then if you work in the service industry, you get paid a little less because you do. I mean like pennies less much. But that's because you get more tips in the long run.
I mean, yeah, that I'm sure there's exemptions for tipped employees. They probably don't get anything of this.
Okay, so
I mean, that's usually how it works in America. If there's a minimum wage law, it doesn't apply at all to tipped employees. You could pay them zero.
but some tip,
See America.
yeah,
Like,
but
we
some
just
tip
do
employees,
that shit.
some tip employees,
And then
make
other
some pretty
places
good
it's like,
tips though. Like,
yeah, that doesn't make it make sense.
yeah, because they don't have to pay taxes.
That doesn't make it better.
But okay,
And it doesn't make it make sense. How I mean, I don't understand why we divide up our workers the way we do. Actually, I do know why they do that. Divided is harder to wield any power. But anyways, let's see exactly what they're doing with this Panera, because Panera doesn't work by tip. I go to Panera's, they're not tipped.
all right.
It's not a tip place. It's you work there and you get paid per hour. There's not even a tip jar. They also don't even go to your table with the food. You have to come up and get it like it's a goddamn cafeteria. And every single one of them are laid out like a cafeteria. In addition to that, the drinks are out there, and we've talked about the charged lemonade before. Out there, and you serve yourself.
Okay.
Schlub, stupid dummy. So no tip for you, first of all, because you don't do anything for a tip there. So
I bet the debit machine still asks you though.
yes, it does.
So you know
It does.
Yeah,
It does
they do
for the
it
stupid
weird
idiot
stuff.
who I had to like flag down to come over there
Yeah.
because they're always like 12 of them behind
Yeah.
the counter, but none of them near the register.
And then
I have some gripes with Panera. I don't know if
I
you
can
noticed
tell.
this,
But then you say no to the tip, and they're looking at you like,
but
"Excuse me, sir."
I'm the asshole now suddenly.
Yeah,
Okay.
So, yeah.
Finish my lunch meat
Yeah,
sandwich,
so-
please. And chips. I'm getting lunch meat sandwich, chips, and a soda. You're not getting
Okay,
anything.
we should actually find
Anyways.
out why though. Yeah.
All right. So Newsom pushed for the exemption, which allows restaurants baking and selling bread as a standalone item to continue paying the current rate of $16 to its employees. So as long as your restaurant has bread as a standalone item,
Yeah.
you're exempt.
And then I just go like I keep the job, but I start applying for another job at different places. Like
I can
McDonald's,
already
like
think of at least Hy-Vee Kitchen is now exempt. We sold bread that was cooked.
but no.
So we're
Wait, now
exempt.
question is that like sells bread as a main source of income,
No, it doesn't
right?
say that as a standalone item. It just says as a standalone item.
So
You have to
co-op
bake it and
in
sell it
all the
as a standalone item, a la carte.
and any grocery store, like Walmart, they bake their own bread. They sell bread for Walmart's, all these Safeways, all this place. Huh? So it's pointless, you know. Freaking McDonald's sells bread. You can order a bun at McDonald's. They bake their own bread in store, so they don't have to
All
pay
they have to
anything.
do all they have to do is make sure that they put bread as a standalone item on their a la carte menu, and they don't have to pay $20 an hour.
That's so yeah, it's so easy.
That's it.
And you like I
And
said,
that can apply to literally the big
you
ones.
can buy a bun at McDonald's. A bun is on the menu. You can buy an extra bun. So there. Yeah, that's seems kind of unfair. Makes him look better than he. See, this is making him look good. He's like, now he can come and be like, I was running for president. I made minimum wage 20. Excuse me, sorry. You should take it over for a second, Dustin.
So the report noted that Flynn was previously involved in business dealings with Newsom and had contributed to his political campaign. So they've already literally, like, they already have a. He literally paid him, and you're allowed to do that. You can literally bribe politicians openly. It's called contributing to their political campaign, which are PACs. Heard me talk about APAC before. There's also CPAC, the Conservative
But
Political
see
Action
now Newsom
Campaign.
can be like when he goes to run for president, like I made minimum wage $20 in California, or like maybe 5% of the people. So
No, this says that led him to lobby Newsom's office to exclude Panera Bread as a fast food chain. Now, is that also important? Does that make it where you also have to not be a fast food chain?
maybe that would cut out McDonald's, but that wouldn't cut out Walmart.
No. But Walmart isn't a restaurant,
But it says bread. Does it have to be restaurant bacon?
right?
Okay, my bad.
But so it's this bizarre combination here, I think. Because they're
Okay,
saying it's a niche thing that's going on or whatever, but and it's like they know directly who did it. This guy
they're
gave
friends.
him
Yeah,
political campaign donations and did business dealings with him and managed to negotiate to get this in there and to make Panera Bread not a fast food chain, even though they make food cafeteria style, like I just mentioned, which is exactly like every McDonald's. What I described is how McDonald's
yeah,
works. You walk up to the
but
counter or go to the drive-through,
McDonald's will
you
bring you
serve your
no.
own drink.
Your McDonald's brings you your food.
That highly depends
Yeah.
on the McDonald's. I would say 99% of them don't.
No, you go, you put your number in.
Pre-COVID, I would have said 80% don't.
Okay, really? Oh.
But
No,
after COVID, 99% don't bring them to your
you go,
table.
you
You come up
go.
to the counter, they shout a number.
No, you can, but you go and it says either pick up a counter or table service. You hit table service, you sit down, they bring it to your table because you got a little thing on.
Well, it sounds like you guys have nice things, and we can't have nice things in America because we abuse nice things down here. So.
Okay, well, it pays off to know popular people, you know. So yeah, good on him, I guess, for ripping off people.
So yeah,
We don't have Panera Bread here. I did ask you about it once back in the day. You told me about it.
I
But
mean,
yeah.
I've eaten Panera. I there's a couple things at Panera I really like,
So,
but at the end of the day, if you really look at how they prepare their food, they don't really do anything. The vast majority of the stuff is microwaved,
yeah,
straight up. And one of the things I like there is the mac and cheese, which is microwaved.
yeah.
It's just white cheddar mac and cheese, the shells instead of macaroni noodles. And then I asked for them to add bacon, which they actually have to cook the bacon. I find out, and this is why more than half the time they just fucking don't. They
Yeah.
charge me an extra like $2.49. It's a lot when you say plus add bacon.
Oh,
It's
bacon's
plus
not cheap.
2.49.
Yes.
No, it ain't cheap. And I click that button, doubling the cost of my macaroni shells. And because it's good. If it has the bacon in it, it's delicious as fuck, even though they
Yeah,
microwave it.
yeah, Jays, they bake bread, but like they're trying to say they're
They bake
fast,
bread.
but they're fast food. They're trying to like, say they're not fast food, which they are fast food. Or do you have to sit
They're
down?
but bread is slow.
Is it?
So wait, does Subway bakes bread?
Yeah, Subway breaks. No,
I
they don't.
But they're fast
They
food,
take it out
right?
of freezer. They take it out of a freezer and put it.
No, I've
Yeah.
watched them put it in a big baking thing. They have a big baking
How
machine
long
in most
ago?
every Subway.
Yeah, but okay,
Uh,
bacon, microwave, or oven. But they're all frozen loaves of bread, frozen pre-cut bread that they put in there.
I don't know about that.
Yeah,
It looks like
like
a baking thing to me.
yeah, but yeah, they trick you. They do that to make maybe they do that to make you think that you're actually. But okay,
They don't have a drive-through. Who doesn't? I've seen a Subway with a drive-through.
Panera.
Panera, I have never seen a
I've
Panera
never
with a
seen a
drive-through.
Subway with a drive-through.
I have. It's weird because it had a touchscreen where you build your sandwich with a touchscreen,
Huh.
and then COVID happened, so I don't think those exist anymore.
All right. Well, I think we got one more article.
Probably.
Uh,
We do have one more article,
let's
and I
hear
think
it.
we saved a really good one for last. We haven't gotten to it yet, and we did tease it. Joe Biden's health.
CNN.
And no one better to trust for this than CNN.
Biden's doctor says there are no new concerns with the president's health, and he remains fit to serve.
There you go.
He
What were
just,
you worried
He's
about?
just an old man with a poor memory. But he's fit to serve, don't you worry. Like, so, yeah, so.
He looks like I don't know.
Yeah.
He just looks weird.
Yeah. And yeah, isn't that his defense minister that's in the hospital right now? Like, I don't know. Oh. But yeah, I don't, like, yeah, I kind of don't believe it. It is what it is. They're not going to tell you he's actually not fit to run, regardless. We know that.
Oh my god.
We know.
Spoiler alert.
We
Survivor
know,
is over.
so.
They voted Jeff out. No more Jeff probes.
Like, we know for sure that that even saying Trump isn't either, for sure we can say that, but we definitely know he's not fit for presidency.
You can't say that
No.
now because officially President Joe
I don't
Biden
care what they
is
say.
fit for duty. His
No.
doctor reported Wednesday following the president's annual physical and was expected to be the last update on Biden's health before the election.
Yeah.
So this is it. He's healthy. Fit for duty, it says.
Fit for
Dr.
duty.
Kevin
We know you're
O'Connor.
joking,
This is the
Chase.
guy.
No. Yeah.
Dr. Kevin O'Connor. This is the guy. What's his credentials? Send a memo. There are no new concerns. Oh, wait. Look how that's worded. No new concerns.
And no new. What are the old concerns? So
Don't worry about that.
yeah,
Those are our
I was gonna
concerns.
bring that
Nothing
up too.
new.
So
No updates.
yeah, no, yeah, he's so yeah.
The White House said earlier Wednesday that no cognitive test was administered, as O'Connor did not find it necessary.
Yes, it's necessary. When he's talking about Mexico being beside Gaza. He's like, we all fuck up, birds.
Well,
Okay.
what would that be a sign of?
Like it's that he's not all there. You know.
What if that's
like,
an old concern?
Yeah, it is an old concern. You're right.
What if on your old concern
But
list is
I'm
already
not talking about
he's
physical.
not all there?
I'm not talking about
Do
physical.
you need
now.
to check
I'm
again?
talking about the friggin' test.
I'm being
the other
serious.
Test. Yes.
If they already know he's bonkers, he's basically saying, "I don't need to do it again because I already know he's bonkers."
I guess you're right. Yeah, we already know he's.
Is that not the way to interpret
We're not
this?
gonna tell the public. But yes, we already.
We
know
don't need to do a mental thing because he's already broken. There's no new brokens. There you go. Put him back in.
You know what?
Slap
This
him
is
on the butt.
for the record. Joe Biden appointed this doctor to be the White House physician in 2021. So January 20th. So yeah. So I'm just saying, right? Look.
He rides a bike. He's in good health.
Yes, and he falls
Probably.
off bikes. He falls off those said bikes. But
Look, we got O'Connor's words for
Yeah.
words here.
but no,
President feels well.
O'Connor was appointed by Biden.
No new concerns.
Yeah, so
He continues to be fit for duty and fully executes all of his responsibilities without any exemptions or accommodations. They really? Are they going to say no accommodations?
I'm sure I can pay my doctor.
Oh, no new accommodations.
So, not one. I've never fallen off a bike when I'm standing still. No, I can definitely say that. So, oh,
He's a healthy,
yes,
active,
yes,
robust.
but he was standing still, fell off a bike. But,
So Biden is officially the oldest president to have held office,
Yeah.
and if he wins again, he'll be 86 at the
Yeah.
end of his second term if he makes it that far. Setting the bar pretty high for
that's
it's pretty hard to beat.
yeah. Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
don't. I hope it never happens. I hope he gets to hold that title. No, like
All right, here we go. It said the president doesn't need a cognitive test. A cognitive test has not been part of the standard presidential physical, but Biden's predecessor and likely future political opponent, Donald Trump, did take one during at least one of his presidential physicals.
yeah.
If Biden or his doctor had a specific concern, his doctor could perform a brief assessment that might determine whether further evaluation is required.
Again, no.
So yeah, Trump's gonna go out there and say he did it, I did it, I
Yeah.
did it, I passed it, and Biden didn't even
Yeah.
take it.
So yeah,
You don't need. Do you need to know more than that? They want to say we're both mentally incompetent. One of us took the test
but
and one of us
he's
didn't.
right. He's right. And,
And he won't be wrong.
yeah,
He'll
he will not
literally be right.
Exactly.
And we'll all be looking at him like, yeah, you're still fucking stupid, but you're not wrong.
No, he's not wrong. Like that's the thing.
And why is Biden still your freaking opponent? We're dumb for running him.
It just and both sides do it. But like, oh, they're too old to run. Is like the guy you got. Yeah,
I can't argue with either of you.
you got.
I
Like,
agree.
with the Frig guys, you know, it's like, but they both argue with that. Like it's
Step
like
down,
okay.
and they're both like, no.
Other than Trump,
We're not
okay,
stepping down.
Trump's younger. Okay, there.
Okay,
Yeah,
won't he
no.
be 81 at the end of his
Yeah.
second term?
Well, still.
He'll be in his 80s too. So.
Yeah. Still both older than Bill Clinton too.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think they should have done the mental test because, like, what are you doing? We're still not going to believe it. Just do
Yeah.
it or say you did it and say it's clean. We'll still call bullshit.
Exactly, but yeah.
I mean,
something
do you think he's physically good? He falls
Yeah.
a lot.
Not like it happens, Paul, but yeah.
Trump's got this weird thing where he leans forward, and I think it's actually like a symptom of something genetic he actually has.
Is that what it says?
I'm not sure. I've heard that, but he's
yeah.
got this weird posture where he's like leaning on the fronts of his feet.
He's got a belly, okay? So,
He also has a belly and a big dumpy truck on the back.
and I've been told that before. I stand my tiptoes all the time, and people are trying to say that's a sign of autism. Like,
no, not autism. I'm thinking like, is there something else?
I stand on my tip, like I rarely have my heels on. I'm always leaning forward on my feet. So I don't know. And don't Google and tell me some crazy shit because I don't want to hear it because maybe I'm dying. Till I do, I don't want to know about it. But
oh my god, this says you have the worst.
yeah, so. But yeah, Biden's healthy, and we got to take the word for it. And if you do not think that, you are wrong, and CNN is right. O'Connor's
We are
right,
entitled to ask President Trump for his brain scan. Wait, what? Somebody wanted a brain scan from Trump while he was in office.
But,
So I want a brain scan of both of them.
yeah, let's see both.
Can I get? Yeah, I just want to put them side by side, see like what's going on in there. You know?
Well, I don't think we can get too much here.
I don't understand how they have this much more, but look at this. I'm just still scrolling. Sleep
Okay.
apnea. The sleep disorder.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, is there a chance he has sleep apnea? You have to have a machine for that. There's
Wait.
not like you don't hide that.
He does fall
you
asleep
have to keep
standing
that
up.
machine.
But yeah,
Response to
'cause
PAP.
they-
Yeah, he's
they-
on a PAP machine.
yeah, they seen the straps on his face and they called him out. They're like, "Oh yeah, that's a pat machine." That's a
Yeah,
while ago.
I was gonna say like this is not something you can hide. I had a roommate who uses CPAP. Actually, I've known 2 or 3 people who use CPAP. So it's very obvious
Yeah.
when you have and use one. Biden. So
It's-
don't try
it
to
is
hide
what it is,
that. But it's for sleeping. It's not like a cognitive thing, really. But getting a good night's sleep is important for a president.
Well,
He's got to wake up by the crack of noon and get something done eventually,
Exactly.
Jack.
I appreciate you being here again, Dustin. Thank you, everybody watching at home. Appreciate you watching. If you haven't already, please hit that follow button. We are working on our goal of 300, 42 away. Please give us a help. Share this podcast if you ever want. Let's grow. That's the best way to grow. And we're also on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, and X, formerly known as Twitter. You can write Biden now. I changed that. I used to not be able to put Biden. I used to have it when it put up 4 stars when you typed in Biden. But yeah, we're on all those. You can go to borderlinebanter.com and you'll be able to find all the links to our websites there. And most of them on our Kick page right below. I think right about there somewhere. But yeah, and if you want to be on the show, drop us a line. We love to hear from you. We like to hear different opinions, all that. And yeah, good ones, different, like good one, I guess you think good. But different.
Well, you can have a
opinions,
bad
yeah.
opinion. We'll tell you. Be like, hey, we don't like your opinion. You'd be like, well, I don't like yours. And we're
and
like, great.
that's okay.
You read the disclaimer. You read
Yeah.
the disclaimer, then we're all good.
Yeah. But yeah, shoot us a message. We all love to hear from you. And as always, it is okay not to be okay. We take suicide awareness here at Borderline Banter quite serious. Okay. But yeah, all the information is here on the page. 988 is a phone number. Share it with your friends and all that. There's all information on there. How to see a struggling friend. Dustin, do you have anything to say before we head out here?
Just thanks everyone watching us live and everyone watching us later on the YouTubes. Appreciate everyone, and thanks Mike for hosting with me.
Yeah,
that's all I got.
And we'll be back Friday at 7 p.m. with some more Banterful news. I'm gonna host our friends Heckles. Everybody shoot.
Oh, is he GTAing?
Yeah. Hey, no, he's playing Spider-Man. And everyone shoot Heckles a message and tell him to be back on the show because we want to hear from him. Thank you. We'll see you soon.
Yeah, it's time.